Well, my name's Greg, and I'm just kind of here today to talk a little about legalizing marijuana for medical purposes. I'm a kidney transplant patient. My kidney failed in about 1989, and when my kidney was first started to fail, I started getting nauseous, and every morning I would throw up. And that happened quite a bit, and I was losing weight, and I didn't feel like eating, so I started using marijuana and smoking marijuana to help my nausea, and it would make it so I could eat. And then once I ate, I wasn't sick, but when you're really nauseous, you just don't feel like eating at all. So that would be the transition to get me to eat. And then I went on dialysis and did that for 4 years. And when I was on dialysis, the nausea went away a lot, but I continued to use marijuana so I could sleep through the dialysis process. Dialysis, you sit in a chair and you have a needle stuck in your arm, and it circulates your blood, and it pretty well drains you. So when I would go in, I would smoke some marijuana before I went in, eat a couple of donuts, and then I would try to sleep through the process. I had a son, and when we had our son at about 2 years of his age, I quit smoking marijuana, which was about 10 years ago. And recently I had told my son that as my kidney fails, I probably will start smoking marijuana again. There's something in your blood called creatinine, and it's kind of, to explain it easily, it's kind of like poison in your blood. When you have a new kidney or a good kidney, that poison level is 1 to 1.5, or the creatinine level. And at about 5 or 5.5, you're ready for a transplant again, and you start getting sick again. Right now I'm at about 4.3, so I'm not really sick, and I'm not smoking marijuana currently, but I'm starting to feel nauseous a little bit in the mornings as this progresses. And I think it's important that we pass this law to legalize marijuana for medical purposes. I think it'll send a message to kids, which me having a 12-year-old boy, I'm really concerned about. He's at the age that he's influenced by this stuff, and I think that he won't be thinking of it as a recreational drug. He'll be thinking of it as medicine, which is a whole lot better for him and for us. I used to own a bar, and when you own a bar, you would not sell to a minor because you'd lose your license. Currently, I think that a lot of the people that sell marijuana, they're breaking the law as it is, so they don't think anything of selling to minors. So I think that besides the law being good for people that need the medical marijuana, I think the law would be good to protect our children. You really hear so much about children and how they're concerned about the children, and I think if you look at things, like I say, the people are thinking nothing of selling to children because they're already breaking the law. So I'm hoping that that this law will get passed, so if I need to use the marijuana again, I wouldn't be a criminal to use it, and I don't have to purchase it illegally and take a chance of getting arrested or whatever for having it or purchasing it just so I feel better.